All right. Top four. We got Justin on your right. He was in the quarterfinals. We got Tommy on your left. Haven't seen him yet today. And I can't believe why not, because he has an awesome deck. He's playing the red-black Pack Rat Blood Moon deck. Affinity versus Infinite Removal deck. Whew. Hard matchup for Affinity. Kolaghan's Command is a hell of a Magic card. And Tom's sporting too. The winner of this match moves on to the finals and tries to earn his invitation to the Titanium Invitational. Happening in about 3 months. Red-black deck on the play keeps a 7. Affinity deck on the draw goes to 6. Gotta think this favors red-black even more than it already does. Oh, here we go. Smiley face versus Justin, who's honestly a smiley guy. I went out and I introduced myself after the quarters, talked to the guys a little bit. He said with a broad grin, "Oh, did you see my punt? Did you see my punt game one?" Like, yeah, I did. But he's all smiles, you know. Guess that's easy when you win. Wow, to the well again, going to 5. 5 cards. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. Oh, he doesn't want to. Oh, he drew a sideboard card. Wow. So, head Judge Gill making the ruling because Justin messed up sideboarding. Forgot to board out a card, probably a Blood Moon or a Pithing Needle. As a result, he loses that card from his hand for this game. Judge confirms that his sideboard is correct. And Justin has a 4-card hand. He keeps, gets to scry, scries to the bottom, and has an uphill battle ahead of him. With 4 cards versus a deck that's all removal. This is not going to end well. So in case you're not familiar with this black-red deck, it's creature package for Confidant for Pack Rat to Kalitas. It's disruption package for Blood Moon, 3 Thoughtseize, 3 Inquisition. Planeswalkers, Liliana and Ashandra. The rest removal. Dreadbore, Brutality, Fatal Push, Lightning Bolt, Terminate, Kolaghans. Damnation in the sideboard. Brutality's in the sideboard. It's a hateful deck. And here we see it. That's a Pack Rat. Gotta kill the Pack Rat. Honestly, Tom's probably happy with that. His opponent has 2 cards in hand. He's got a Blood Moon. Pack Rat. Signal Pest. Animate. 1. If the top 10 cards of Tom's deck are all non-lands, well, Justin has a shot. And they're not. Bwah, bwah, bwah. Now, in case you're wondering where we're holding these, what this tournament even is, if you somehow stumbled onto our Twitch page and don't even play Magic, this is a Magic card tournament held in Milford, Massachusetts, once a month. It's a $1,000 tournament. The winner gets the invitation to the Titanium Finals. The Titanium Finals is a $5,000 invite-only tournament. That invites 24 people fighting for a share of $5,000. We're an independent tournament circuit based in the Northeast. Our $5,000 tournaments held about every 3 months. Sometimes in Worcester. We're going to be expanding to other areas very soon. Sooner than you might think. Our next event tentatively slated, not 100%, slated for November 25th, the Saturday after Thanksgiving. So block that out. Make sure you reserve that, because that's a $5,000, maybe $10,000 tournament, depending on attendance, event in the Northeast. Not a Grand Prix, right? It's not going to have 2,000 people. It's going to have a few hundred people fighting for up to $10,000, as well as inviting 2 people to the Titanium Finals. Extra value. Of course, side events. There's a legacy event. A lot going on that Saturday. Again, tentatively November 25th. Check out our Facebook page for more information. TJ Titanium Series. We'll have an announcement going up as soon as we know. So back to this game. Cranial Plating and Steel Overseer coming down from Justin, who's showing signs of life. But Kolaghan's command immediately quashes his hopes. Such a brutal card against the robot deck. So brutal. And now Pack Rat starts to do its thing. Blood Moon not necessary this game. 4 power on the board right now in Rat form. Next turn, it's going to be 9 power. We all know how that goes. Then 16, and then your opponent scoops. God, teaching my 7th graders squares and square roots. I should just use Pack Rat to show them how. The way that kids don't understand how square roots work and squares, it'd probably be easier to teach them the entire game of Magic and then explain Pack Rat than to actually teach them. Pack Rat gets in. It's going to be 2 again. $13 life. And he actually makes his land drop, which I'm a little surprised about. Ah, okay. Well, Edge Champion gives Justin a little bit of life. If he manages to rip a plating off the top, you never know. So 3 damage taken by Justin. He's at 10. He's facing down what might be lethal damage. Next turn. Justin pondering the attack. Ultimately, he does decide to get in for 1. A single 1. That's it. They'll be heading for game 2 very shortly, because that's how Pack Rat works. You kill it immediately, or you head to game 2 shortly. They're 4/4s now. Now, any 2 of the 4 Pack Rats are lethal. Justin needs a miracle. He won't find it. He'll find a Memnite. How embarrassing for him. Always the worst feeling to draw your 1 drop, or in this case, 0 drop on turn 7. Very bad feeling. Tom shows him the push. Justin shows him the scoop. And we'll go to the sideboards. Now, what can Justin board in to fight this removal and these Pack Rats? Well, he has 2 Pithing Needle. That's not the best solution, but you know what? It's not the worst solution. I've seen worse. Now, this solution happens to get blown up by Kolaghan's command. That's pretty terrible. But you know what? Your deck loses to Kolaghan's command, so whatever. You board in the Pithing Needle. I guess you board in the Thoughtseize. And this is going to feel like Ravnica Limited. When your opponent has Pack Rat, you desperately search your sideboard for an answer. You're like, oh my god, this Pithing Needle that I rare drafted, that comes in. Bring it in, my god, bring it in. Not quite as bad in Modern of a situation, but it's not good. He might bring in the Aether Grid, the Grapper Aether Grid. That is technically an answer, even though it's a pretty sad one. One that just doesn't work that often. You know, because the Pack Rat's like usually a 2/2 by the time you get your 3-mana enchantment out. And it's a 3/3. I mean, once it's a 3/3, you just can never kill it again. But if it's a 2/2, it's possible. Even though you tapped your lands and artifacts to cast the Aether Grid. But it's possible if you draw enough 0-drops. I guess that might come in. Might allow him to race, like chump block, then ping his opponent, something like that. Etch Champion, a great blocker. And good against these fair colored decks. Other than that, that's about it. On the other hand, Tom Kessler gonna board in Damnations. A couple of them. A Grim Lavamancer, one of them. 2 Liliana on the draw. Lily the Last Hope. It's okay. It's not great. I probably wouldn't board it in. Olivia Valdarin for sure, though. And honestly, I might even rather have Fulminator Mage than Lily of the Last Hope, because that chump blocks and then takes out an Ink Moth or Blink Moth. And hopefully for Justin's sake here, he does not have to mull to 4. That was brutal. The funny part is he still put up a fight. Now, to be fair, Tom would have played differently had Justin had more cards, right? He would have actually Lightning Bolted instead of making a Pack Rat token. He might have played the Blood Moon, but still, Justin put up a good fight for being on 4 cards. They'll reset the life totals. And the red-black deck will mull. And here we go. Tom keeps his 6, which is fine because he really only needs 6 cards if they're the right 6. And if it's Collective Brutality plus Kolaghan's Command plus Planeswalker, it doesn't matter. And wow, great draw from Justin. Look at this. He has one of all his most powerful cards. He has 1 Ravager, 1 Plating, 1 Master. The thing he's lacking is mana. He doesn't have a creature to power his drum, and he doesn't have a second land. The play might just be to take the Vault Scourge here. Make Justin draw that land. And no, he decides on Ravager and gets rewarded immediately as the top card is Ornithopter. Just Land Go from Tom, where Justin has a Steel Overseer. Immediately answered. Tom will try and just 1 for 1 and 1 for 1 and 1 for 1 until ultimately Justin is left with a 0-2 and a 1-1. Lily. 1 for 1s. The Vault Scourge will just immediately eat the Lily. Oh, wow. Maybe not. Look at this. Justin thinking about using that Vault Scourge for mana. Wow. That can't be right. Uses the Galv Blast to take out the Liliana. No way. You could have just attacked Liliana. Right? Am I missing something? So Master of Ethereum will come out. Taking 1 is Justin. And the plating will get equipped. And Justin will say, okay, I hope you have absolutely nothing. No Terminate, no Kolaghans, no extra Lily, no Dreadbore, no Fatal Push, no nothing. And he has a Dreadbore. Bwah, bwah. Packrat took up Lily. At least there's a Blink Moth, though. Oh, and an Ink Moth. Wow, that's a good draw. And Justin, despite kind of throwing away a Galv Blast, is favored here. Attacks Tom directly. I like it. I like it. No reason to kill the Lily. I don't think Pat Rat can outrace this one. Ooh, whoa, my God. Look at that draw. Look at that draw right off the top. There's one Olivia Valdarin in that 60 card deck, and he just rips it like a madman. Oh my god. What a sicko. What a sicko. Oh, he just draws it like it's no thing. Tom Kessler looks away as though it's all easy. Ink Moth is activated. Plating is equipped. It's 6 power right now. It can become 8 power if he activates Blink Moth. And then also pumps with Blink Moth, but it doesn't matter. About to untap with Olivia Valdarin. I mean, geez, it's Olivia Valdarin. Justin, you missed a point there. Could have activated Blink Moth and then pumped. Unless I'm wrong. Oh, I am wrong. I'm a liar. My apologies, Justin. Untapped land is a great draw for Tom. Really, any land is a great draw for Tom. Any card that costs 1 is a great draw. As long as you leave up 4 mana or more. Tax for 1 says go. Now the nexuses are blanked. 1 mana Springleaf Drum. Can't do anything, have to say go. Oh, he disagrees. Not sure this is gonna work. Ping. Tough matchup for Justin, man. Tough matchup. His opponent drew the best card in the deck as well. Nothing you can really do about it. I mean, yeah, obviously animating your lands is not smart. But even if you just sit, how is that going to end well for you? It's not. The way that your opponent drew here, there was no way out. Even if you didn't, I'm talking to Justin here, Justin, even if you didn't use the Gal Blast, if you attacked with the Vault Scourge to kill the Lily, even if you did that, the next Lily would have taken that Gal Blast right out of your hand. So it's still a mistake, of course. But as the cards fell, there was nothing you could have done this game. There was no way you're winning game 1, and there's no way you're winning game 2. So take this game. Learn from it, of course. Of course you're going to learn from it. Because we all learn from every Magic game we play. But there was nothing you could have done. So nice run, Justin Provençal. Very nice. Top 4. Nothing to scoff at, man. Top 4, what's probably the first invitation, the first challenge you've attended? I don't remember seeing ya. Maybe I missed you last time. But nice run. Well done getting here. You beat the tough matchup in Urzatron in the top 8. And understandably, you lose to the Nightmare matchup here. That's just going to happen sometimes. Tough beats. Tom, though, congratulations. Moves on to the finals. Gonna get you that match or the next semifinal. very soon. Let this playlist roll on. As you see what Tom sideboarded here. And he did board in the Fulminators and the Lilies. Okay, so all of it. See you soon, everybody.